How do you like your playing?
Good.
Anything that you think you could have done better, or you think you did everything you wanted?
I think some spots I could have done better breathing.
Oh, better breathing. Okay. All right. So when you say better breathing, you meant what you need to do with it?
Like not really emphasize, but like take like a bigger breath.
Take a bigger breath. I see. Okay. Actually, some of the part you probably take too much breathe. Okay. I'll talk about that later. All right. Okay. Anything else?
I think I did everything I wanted.
I think you did very good job. Very good job. I really like it. All right. Okay. All right. So now I'll point out a few things. All right. All right. Start from beginning. I'll start here. So the first thing I point out, well, I say I point out because I wrote this for myself, okay, is over here, I do suggest you to shake the pedal here, but I would suggest you not to completely clean up the pedal. Sounds to me, maybe you didn't mean to. Maybe you just shake it and then end up it become like this way. But however, it sounds to me like you completely clean out the pedal on this note. Okay, you don't need to clean it out because if you clean it out, you will lose that bass. We hope we still have some bass underneath, even though after shaking it, you won't have the full strength of it, but that's okay. All right, could you try from here? How do you like the sound this time?
Better.
It's good. Actually, it's not just better, okay? This time, I know you shake the pedal there, but you didn't do to the point that you're completely losing that bass. And then if you lose that bass, that will suddenly become so clean. And the entire chords, part of the chords is gone. All right? Yeah. Okay, good job. One more time. If I don't stop you, keep going. Could you start from here one more time? Let me hear that one more time. Actually, yeah, from here. This phrase. Actually, I like this 2 times better than the first time you play for this part, for the small soundo part. For the small soundo, let's just do really like a retardando. So you gradually slow down, all right? And then, maybe over here, you do tiny little pushing, but when I say pushing, it's not really go a lot faster. You just keep going. Okay, then you slow down slightly more, all right? But don't wait until just the last couple notes. Start to get slower, little by little, all right? And then, okay, all right. Then, next thing I want to point out is actually something very important that, based on your playing first time. let me copy what you did, but I will exaggerate. Okay, you can do this by. Okay. I'm not sure if I can. Let me try. The exaggerates Noah version. Anything sounds strange to you? You can point out.
I slowed down in some spots.
Yeah, you're taking time, especially on the bar lines. Okay, that's not a good idea. Okay, when we talk, we try to talk through flow. All right, instead, whenever I talk to some point and then I stop a little bit, and then it just makes that listener feel. Why don't you just go on? Why don't you just go on? Why don't you just go on? That kind of feeling, all right? Unless a spot you really meant to take time. So, for example, like here. So that one, I would take a little time to that note, all right? But after that, you have to keep going, all right? Listen again. Once again. Keep going until here. Understand what I mean? So whenever we need to, we have a long sentence, we wanted to make that keep going until the end of that sentence or phrase. Okay, so that does remind me a piece. I forgot if I talked about this piece before. Okay, using that piece as an example before. I think I probably did, but for different purpose. You remember Chopin's first ballade? Remember that piece? Okay, here we go. All right. Let me tell you what to listen to. Okay, let me show you what a lot of pianists did. Up to this point, how many times did I take a breath? Starting from the place I say, hey, let me show you what a lot of pianists did. You didn't count, right? That's okay. Yeah, I didn't ask you to count. I breathed 4 times, and that's quite a lot of pianists did. I wouldn't call that a wrong one, but for some pianists who doesn't like that version, it's simply just because they think the phrase becomes so short, and then the flowing is got blocked. Okay, so for those who like a bigger phrase, those pianists, it will do like this. Now I take a breath. So only pick that breath twice. Okay. In this case, actually, it's a famous argument. Okay, because the different pianists will think differently. But we can, I just use that as an example to show you that for sometimes when when you breathe too many times, or you kind of get you kind of even just tiny little pause without keep flowing, that flowing feeling is got stopped. You understand what I mean? All right. So now try from here again. Keep going. Now breathe. So on and so forth. All right. Okay. I think you want to stop here because you did very well, just like this. Okay, I don't mean to rush it. I just mean not to take time on just one note, especially right at bar lines. Bar line for music actually doesn't mean anything, except it just gives you a time feeling. All right, so that gives you okay, the first beat of a measure that is supposed to be a strong beat, just that feeling. That's all. Okay, but for the music expression, that means nothing. Okay, so so don't do anything when the time you see that line there. Okay, all right, good. I like this time of you playing over here better than the first time, this one. What happened the first time was, to me, you took a little too much time over here. That also stopped the music flowing. If I take that much time, I will do that over there for this, for climax. That's a different purpose. You get what I mean? All right, yeah, but this time was better. Okay. And then now remind you another thing. When you play this part is not melody, but however, listen to the line. That just make it smooth. That's it. Okay, so listen to the sound. All right, could you back from the same spot? Don't put the accent on that left hand note. That note. Okay. Your right hand was fine, but be careful. Don't put the accent there. All right. So start from here again. And also, hopefully, what am I talking about? Not hopefully. Okay, so make that time taking for the time you will take between these two notes. What I mean is, you want it sounds like a small ritardando. Small ritardando gradually take a little more time here, a little more there, and then you come back. Okay, understand what I mean? All right. So in other words, although you have some preparation, you're taking time there, but try not to take too much time between these two notes, even though you did take some time there. So how much you do that preparation? So what that means is like this. If you do, you have to play that. Instead, even though I slow down here, but the time you took between this one and that one is still too much for the time you did earlier. You understand what I mean? All right. So instead, that's too much. You get what I mean? Based on how much you did there. But then, if you say, should I take more time because you took more over there? I would say no, because if you do too much, that will sounds like you are about to get to a climax, but that's the climax. All right, yeah, try it. How about let's do this? Can you do once just left hand? All right. Okay, bad idea. Both here. Hey. You actually do well. You just go to the wrong notes. That's all. Okay, yeah. So you understand what I mean, right? Okay. So you can play with. When I say play with it is right. If you think that's too much, too rushing, then you can take little time. You see if that sounds good or if that's too much. Okay, to the other end. Okay, so you can play with it. Okay, but just make it sound smoothly. Gradually get to get that note. All right, so you just don't want to suddenly take too much time. It will make it sound less natural, or it doesn't sound flowy. Okay, all right, good. So start from here one more time. If I don't stop, you keep going. Why I'm start to conducting you. The way you play the first time was you took a little time here, and then you get back. Then you took time again. All right. Basically, I would like you just gradually taking time, and then get back. All right. So start from here. That's much better. And of course, you probably don't want it to end up become too slow there. So do just really little by little there. Don't be too much. Okay? All right. So instead of you have to take time here and then you get back and then you take time again like that. All right, And over here, when you take breath, remember, again, that's left hand's work. What do I mean by that? You don't want just pause. You don't want just suddenly longer between this note and that note. That also means you need to start to take a little time on the last couple notes, so we'll go through more smoothly. Okay, all right. So back from here. 天哪，我好像开始过敏了，我的天！我已经开始想打喷嚏了。
今天很严重。
哦，真的哦。
Oh man。对。
我平常到5月，今天才4月。
今天非常严重。
就今天的那个花粉浓度很高，是吧？对。Man。
太恶心了我。
我就开始觉得不对了，这就是平常5月的感觉。
对。
No。Don't worry about it. Allergy. So stop. What does stretto mean?
To get faster.
Okay. What does poco mean?
A little.
Okay. All right. So, let's just turn from a walking man to a jogging man instead of a dashing man or as fast as a flash. You know what flash is? Okay. So, basically, you just want that flow a little more and still do expressively. Actually, I do think you meant to do expressively, but the problem is you run a little too fast. Then it actually makes it sound less expressive. Okay, so start from here. That's better. Better from here, and then and then when you get up to there, you gradually push it. Okay, and not too much. Okay. Good job, but I somehow feel like I'm dragging you from behind. Okay, like I've ever asked you to walk normally and asked you to feel if you're walking with me dragging from behind. I'm exactly doing that. Okay, but that was good. Just like this, do expressively. Okay, stretto is not accelerando. Accelerando is more like ritardando, but just totally opposite. It means you need to speed up little by little. This is not. Stretto simply tell you to play faster. That's it. Okay, all right. To create a little more rushing feeling. But however, instead of you just simply think I need to play faster, simply feel you need to do expressively and with a little flowing. That's all. Okay. So which means you can mix with your rubato. Okay, like over here, you take a little time, and then you push, and then you take a little time. Oh, those are all fine. All right, so you don't need to feel you have to gradually speed up like the Roland Tondo asked you to do earlier. Okay, all right, good job. So could you do one more time? And this time I'm not gonna sing. All right, go. how much time you take there basically decide how much time you can do between these two notes. Okay, all right. So start from here. That's okay. Keep going. Do you hear what you did? Let me copy. You once again stop right on the bar line. Actually, I can tell you what happened when you played the first time. You stop here, you stop here, you stop here, you stop here. You have every two measures. Okay, all right. You know, every stop needs preparation, but sometimes you don't even need to stop. So, for example, like this one, I will, but with preparation. So when you do that, so you heard what my left hand did, right? Okay, to give a little time for my right hand entry, to enter. All right, so. Keep going. You probably notice I also did over there because I want to emphasize this now. Okay, all right. So I take time over here for a reason because I want the melody to enter there. I take time over there for a reason because I want to emphasize that note. For those, keep going. All right? Okay, so start from here. That's the same thing as this. So I don't need, yeah.
Wait, am I still starting from there? Or am I starting from here?
No, I mean, you start from here. I just turn the page first.
Oh.
Okay. Let's do it one more time. This time was better. Sometimes I still feel a little bit kind of get stuck. All right, I know that's not really you got stuck. It just sounds like you get stuck. So like this. Okay, you just wanted to keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. You know, all right, you know. So start on the same spot one more time. So on and so forth. All right? Okay. So basically, keep flowing. Left hand, by the way, put your left hand to the way background. All right? And even play last clear. When I say last clear, I don't mean you really don't play them well. I mean you just make the sound a little mellower, and with that pedal will sound less distinguished instead of become but become just like this. Okay, so what did I do? I just don't lift my finger. I stick to keys. All right. Okay. Okay, yeah, so more gradual. Over here. All right, yeah. Over there, you can take a little time to create, to emphasize that one. Okay, all right. So for this part, I would like you to, for this whole session, I'm talking about from here all the way to here, to make it sound the sweetest possible. Very sweet, nice, all right, and feel like the music can make you smile, that kind of feeling, all right? So don't feel any kind of a rushing, all right? So. From that emphasize sound, actually kind of foresee some the things is starting to change. We are not gonna stay sweet to the end of the story. Just this part. Okay. All right. So when you play that one, I'm not gonna push that much. Actually, when you play here, you did a good job. That creates a feeling of flowing. I know, but however, if you do too much, it will sound like it won't sound that peacefully, that calmly. All right? Okay. So that part. Just like this. You don't need to do. Don't suddenly push so much over there. Okay? All right. Yeah. One more time, please. Slightly deeper pedal. Okay, hey, how many times do you need to play? All right, that's all right. So let's start from here. In other words, you just run 2 measures with 4 groups of that notes. All right, so make sure at the end, take a little time. job, you better take tiny little time, couple notes before. All right, could you start from here? So, da dee da dee da da. Could you play this? Play these two notes, and don't play how fast I play. Play how fast you want it to do. All right, like this. Then you just do da da dee da da. Can you do that much? Yeah. So, dee da 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 ba 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 dee bum. All right, try me. Yeah, from here. Dee da 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 dee da 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 dee da da. All right. That's good. Now with laughing. All right. Much better. Keep going. Okay, the first time you do this part wrong, you know. Okay, good. So this time was good. This is triplet, so be careful the timing of this note. All right, don't get this note in too late. All right, so start from here. When you practice part, you can do this way. All right. So you will see a two-step way. The first step is you play an even triplet without doing the dot rhythm. So like this. That's even, not dot rhythm. All right. Then you turn to. And then you try to do the same timing for these two notes from the first version. The only thing you change is to delay the time to play that one. You get what I mean? But so for the second version, which is the way you're supposed to play. Okay, you understand what I mean? All right, good. So could you play three notes evenly? See what happens. Okay, from here. The first, in other words, my first version. Don't forget that note once again. No, you forget that note again. You still you have to keep the laughing going the same. Okay, you can do laughing until your laughing don't mess up. Then. That's the first version without doing that dot rhythm. Okay, play laughing along. Ooh, last always. So thank you once again. Good. Now right hand join. Evenly. So with left hand. All right, like this. That's the first version. you turn that into 16th notes. So these three notes have to be even. Okay, all right, try again. Better once again. That's not. That's becomes 16th note. Your second triplet went in too early. If you went in too early, that will turn into a 16th note. That will become that becomes 16th notes. All right. So listen again. All right. Can you tell the difference?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. All right. All right. I leave you some time to work that at home. Okay. All right. So you can do this way first, until you can get the timing of the two notes very well. Then again, the second version is delay the time of that note. Then you will get a rhythm. You get what I mean? All right. Okay. So. Could you start from here? The end. Here.
Oh.
That one. Stop here. Okay. Correct. Over here, I would like you to slow down more gradually. Although composer use written neutral this word, okay, kind of means you can slow down subtly, but I think I will still do more gradually with some better this word. At least using the list. So I will use maybe the last 3 to 4 notes to gradually slow down to there. Okay, and after you do the accelerando, okay, accelerando also same thing. Do little by little. Don't suddenly speed up too much. All right, let's go. Okay, hey. Actually, I like this time better. Although you do need to project the sound more, okay. But however, at least this time you didn't push too much, and then you didn't slow down too sudden. All right. So that one. This time you probably heard me slow down a lot because I have a lot of preparation before that. And you may not need to slow down that much, okay? But everything you need to do, just do it gradually. That's all. All right. So start from here. Sing the bass. Keep going. Hold it. All right. Then take your hand away, and then your foot. That's right. Okay. All right. So although this is about, usually I would say for us pianists, it's all about sound. But for ending, I would suggest you not to get your hand off the keys too early. Although that doesn't change the sound, I know, okay? But visually, your audience will see part of your body is away from the music, but part of your body is still on. Half of your body is somewhere else, but part of your body is still in the music. It just look too strange. I know that's a visual thing, okay? So that one. All right. Wait way, it's not gonna change the sound, but stay there. Then use your foot to control the handing. Okay, any question? All right, good.